Hi, I'm Toby Earl with the scoop on next week's EastEnders. Party! Grab a warm six-pack and a bag of crisps, because Albert Square's terrible teens are ready to go wild in the country when they head out to Hampshire on the trail of a bash near Fat Boy's uncle's place. Lucy's not welcome, but she invites herself anyway, and she's soon causing trouble. Zaza plays a trick on Leon, who runs off into the woods, and Lucy gives chase. But when he rebuffs her, she runs off, leaving him without a torch. Meanwhile, Peter's threatened by one of the local toughs at the party. Well, he was chatting up the girlfriend of one of the heavies, and the gang have to disappear quick smart. Due to Fat Boy downing a few, Peter decides to drive, but as he takes off, there's a sickening thud. They've hit something, but what is it? Next morning, there's still no sign of Leon, until the gang find his coat and worry that they hit him, especially when Fat Boy gets his message saying he's hurt. Then they find his mobile phone, and it's covered in blood. They're terrified he's dead, and they head to a police station to confess. Back in Walford, Lucy gets a mysterious text asking her to meet someone in the park. What is going on? Also this week, a glamourpuss turns up at the car lot looking for a new car. But is it a car she really wants? Max would like to think not, the rascal. Meanwhile, over on Coronation Street, no one's told Tony Gordon that revenge is a dish best served cold, because when he breaks out of jail, Underworld becomes an inferno. Then again, freezing it would take a lot of organising. Earlier, his stooge Robbie befriends Roy and Carla on the street, while Tony feigns a heart attack in prison and is sped to hospital by ambulance. But Robbie and his mates force it off the road, and Tony escapes. Carla should be very nervous, especially when Sunita, who has no idea who he is, spots Tony lurking near her flat. The next day, Robbie goes to his business meeting with Carla and ties her up. That's some negotiating tactic. Then he distracts Roy and kidnaps Hayley too. Tony's pure menace when he shows up. He really shouldn't have been allowed to watch Silence of the Lambs when he was inside. Tony tells Hayley and Carla he's gonna kill them both, but Carla desperately tries to drive a wedge between him and Robbie. A shot's fired and someone falls dead, and then moments later, Maria innocently walks in. In the confusion, Tony decides to torch Underworld, and as the locals gather round the fireball, there are more gunshots. But who's copped it? Meanwhile, Galeface is caught, and the prognosis isn't good, not when the lies of David Dearest are exposed by the prosecution. Emmerdale's having a day off on Bank Holiday Monday. There's a big barbecue planned in the Woolpack car park. But it resumes with Nathan trying to dictate his mother's life and Declan's business. But Natasha and Declan agree to continue their affair, under wraps, and the pair meet discreetly, loving the fact they've got one over him. Meanwhile, David's about to be taken to the cleaners by a sexy blonde businesswoman called Tanya. Is the bed really any place to discuss business? Unless you're a bed salesperson, that is. And Farmer John has got his hands full with Holly, the tearaway teen who can't keep her mitts off the bad stuff. He thinks he's talked sense into her, but when ketamine goes missing from the vet's medical chest, we all know where it's gone. Soon, Holly's swapping it for cocaine, and there are more white lines in the Dales than on the M6.